Shit. Oh, alright. That's fine.
Okay, we'll...
Quit. Let me try that again. Are we streaming? I think we are. Ga. Is it full screen? It's supposed to be. So annoying. Can I restart? Alright. Here. There. What the fuck? Oh man. God damn it. Alright. Once more with feeling. Are we doing this? Is it happening? Huh. Fine. Don't get why this isn't happening properly. It's gonna be police. Now, right, but this should play in full screen. Yes. Oh, right. Okay. I don't know, man. Save. Or save. Okay. Fuck. No, god damn it. Huh? Oh, good.
Is this working? Oh, balls. Come on.
I'm thirsty.
I don't think you should drink that.
Yeah.
It looks bad for you.
I want to restart.
Nonsense. It makes me feel great. Smarter, more aggressive. I feel like I could.
What?
Like I could. Like I could.
I feel like I could take on the world. I'm waiting for this to,
Take on the world.
Unfortunately, I have to restart one more time.
Okay. That one looks like it's from a local hardware store.
Alright. Good. Oh, why did this get so loud? It's not supposed to be that loud. What? I don't get why it's so fucking loud. Alright. Maybe that's better. Fuck. Gotta try this one more time. Whoa. Hello. Let's see. I think this will work. I think you can hear me. We'll see. Whoa. Hello. Let's see. I think this will work. I think you can hear me. We'll see. Whoa. Hello. Alrighty. Let's see. I think this will work. I think you can hear me. 1 second, 1 second. Almost done here. Alrighty. Alright. Let's see. Here we go. I think you can hear me. Okie dokie. 1 second. I got started real late, y'all. Almost done here. Alright. Alright. I think this will work. We shall find out. You tell me. Stop it. Okay. Scumbum. Alright. This goes here. Start. Good. I think this is working. Please tell me, anyone, if you care to, how the levels are and so forth. That would be good to know. I can kind of test it myself, but at some point I have to stop testing it. That seems fine, right? I think this is alright.
I'm thirsty.
Feel free to talk about whatever the fuck.
I don't think you should drink that.
I'm supposed to... I put the text on.
It looks bad for you.
I'm supposed to, you know,
Nonsense.
kind of take notes on this game
It
and
makes
stuff
me feel
because
great. Smarter, more aggressive.
I'm gonna write about it. The game volume a
I
little lower.
feel like I could.
Okay.
Like I could.
I will wait till the intro's over and then turn the audio down. Because,
Like I could.
unfortunately, this is a very old game, and I kind of can't... I don't think I can even alt-tab out of it without breaking it, so basically every single time I change the settings, I sort of kind of have to, you know, close it and open it again. Which is fine, but I'll just save... well, there's no point to it, but hey,
Look,
we'll just watch the
Hoagie, it's
intro
a hamster. Just what I need for dissection lab tomorrow.
I think I need that for the band, Laverne. You know, like
Now,
when
as
you
I
bite
said-
its head off or whatever.
If you have not
Hands
played
off
this
that
game,
hamster.
I am
Friend
using
of
Scum
yours,
VM, yes.
Bernard?
He belongs to Weird Ed Edison, and it looks like he's brought
If
us
you
a
have not
note.
played this game, I don't think you should watch me play it.
It's from my old friend, Green Tentacle.
But it's your funeral.
He says that Purple Tail was
Silently.
mutated into an insane genius, and Dr. Fred's going to kill them both.
How's everybody doing? How y'all doing?
I thought I was free of Dr. Fred and those crazy Edisons forever.
I'm
But
surprised
now,
people came.
I know that I must
It's a good
go
thing I start late all the time.
back to the mansion.
Who's... Oh, you know by heart, so do I. Yeah, the sad part for me with this game is I have not played it in forever, but it really doesn't matter. I played this game so many times over and over and over as a kid that I swear to God I have like muscle memory. I don't even have to understand why I'm doing something. My hand just kind of does it. Yeah, it's a little upsetting. It's also gonna, you know, the special edition or whatever, the remake is gonna come out. I don't think they're gonna change much. I think like Grim Fandango they re-released and they didn't change too much. Basically the same game, and I suspect it's gonna be the same way. And it's just gonna be ruined for me. There's gonna be no point in playing that special edition if I just played this. I set the game to play by MIDI. I don't know if ad-lib's better. I can definitely tell that it was slightly different. I set it to MIDI because I just noticed it felt slightly richer when I listened to it, but ad-lib could be better. Like, one thing is that intro part, the bird has like a shitty MIDI, like cheeping noise, and that's not in there at all if you use ad-lib. Not that that's an amazing noise. I think all this music, because everything's like an emulator now, right? It's not the actual device it used to play on, so nothing sounds quite the same. Yeah, Dave Grossman, Tim Schafer. So this is Tim Schafer's. I would probably say his best. I mean, I think this is the best adventure game ever in terms of design. I think actually Full Throttle has a bigger spot in my heart.
Okay,
but Full
we'll
Throttle's not a
spread
good
out
game.
Commando style.
I don't think. I think Full Throttle's got a lot
you
of really
go
bad
secure
puzzle
the area
design.
behind those double doors. Hoagie,
I do love
you
the
take care
effects.
of
Yeah,
upstairs
I love the
reconnaissance.
cartooniness of
I'll
this
maintain Command HQ here in the lobby.
What are we looking for?
We've got to find where Dr. Fred is holding the tentacles.
This better not take too long.
I mean, it's crazy
I've got an anatomy final tomorrow.
with this game just how this
Well,
just
I've got a
clearly,
show to set up later
you know,
tonight.
wormed its way into so
If
many
I'm
adventure
late, I don't
gamers'
get a
heads
test for
because
drums.
I swear to, like
If I
every
know
other
Dr.
freaking
Fred, he's
indie
got the
adventure game out
tentacles
there, they
tied up
just
in his
everyone
secret
just
lab.
robs this art
Question
style
is,
wholesale.
Where's his secret lab?
It's ridiculous. Should I still turn the game audio down, do you think? Because if so, I'll quit and it'll take a second. It won't take that long, but I can turn it down if you think I should.
That one looks like it's from a local hardware store.
I can turn it down. Let me know.
Looks like a stand for tourist info and ads for local merchants.
Seems fine. Yeah, it's probably cutscenes mostly that are making that happen. Hold on. I'm gonna try some. Oh no, I can't do anything. Fuck. All right. I guess I'll leave it for now. It's fine. I wanted to have whatever. It doesn't matter. I may stop occasionally to take notes on this because I am supposed to be writing about it. So, I think the thing that's really good about this game, the thing that makes the design so good, is that the only rule I feel, and some of this may be colored by nostalgia, and it'll be a rude awakening if I play this and realize, oh, this isn't as fair a game as I thought
How
it
did
was.
that get up there?
But to my mind, the reason this game is good
I'm not leaving this motel until I find those tentacles.
is that making an adventure game is super, super hard, I think, because it's hard to make it not too easy, but not make it feel like you have to know what you have to like be inside the developer's head to get it, which is basically like almost every Sierra game, certainly every King's Quest, every
Laverne's covering that
Roberta
territory.
Williams game. But the thing about this game is it's so weird and cartoony.
It's stuck to the floor.
That it's not really operating on real world logic. It's operating on like cartoon logic. But as long as you're able to get in that mindset of cartoon logic, I think it's a fair game. But it feels challenging. It's not like if you played like Siberia. Siberia is a game that touted. It was like, oh hey, this game's realistic. Like they made a big thing about their puzzles being realistic, which kind of just meant they were easy as fuck.
It's signed, here's your EPA grant. Keep up the good work. Hi from Mommy.
I believe
Ronnie,
that's,
83.
Right, that's a Ronald Reagan joke. Somebody did say to me not that long ago, the game has dated badly in terms of pop culture. It's got a lot of old pop culture references, and I didn't even think about that. I think it's aged pretty well in terms of gameplay. Unlike almost every Sierra game, the game is just those games are just not fair
Out
anymore.
of order.
In a way people enjoy. They're just not like, I played all those growing up, but they're not fun. I don't
order.
like them anymore really, except kind of on a nostalgia level, except for a few of them. But most of the King's Quests and Space Quests and stuff are pretty bad games, I think, at least by the standards of design we have now.
Looks like
But
Dr. Fred wearing a powdered
It
wig.
is possible.
Handsome in a way,
This
but I'm
person
glad
may
he
have been
eventually
right.
accepted his hair loss.
Maybe the pop culture stuff in this dates this game. So
Looks
The
like
thing
Dr.
that's shitty is, like,
Fred
I
wearing
played
a
this so
powdered
many
wig.
times that it's so hard for
Handsome
me
in
to
a way,
tell if any
But
of
I'm
this
glad
is
he
unfair.
eventually accepted his hair loss.
It all seems fairly logical. Now, I don't... I think, did they tell you later that there's a safe back here? It's sort of obviously not a normal painting, right? So you might have it, but...
The safe is closed.
Because the way I've always remembered this game is the only things you really need to know are...
Boy,
it's a
the
cartoon,
Edisons are a spectacularly ugly family.
one, and two, pick up everything, which is kind of the rule of every adventure game. And as long as you have those rules down, you're good.
Always make sure they get your good side.
And it won't be easy, but, you know.
Wow, it's from my favorite movie.
I always thought...
It's closed.
I guess maybe there's a little bit, like that dime in the coin return. That was kind of pixel hunting, you know. That's not great.
It's a bottle of correctional fluid.
And the one thing they implemented in this that was very nice in this particular game, I forget if this was the start of it. Probably not. No, it mustn't have been. I think, did Monkey Island 2 have that? I think Monkey Island 2 might have had that. It has that thing where when you right-click, this is still verb system, but it's a simplified verb system, and you don't have to always click down here and then click what you want, because if the automatic thing is like a photo, right-click will look at the
Boy,
photo.
the Edisons
It'll
are a
highlight.
spectacularly
And a door, if
ugly
you highlight
family.
it, if you mouse over it, you'll see it highlights close, or it highlights, so it just highlights the most natural thing. And it doesn't really solve puzzles for you, but it's definitely a good system. I know I'm playing very slowly. I'm trying to like work out my thoughts on the whole thing. Sorry about that.
Hoagie's got that part of the house.
It might be like this the whole game though. So.
There's something funny about that clock.
And I mean, it's got a knob on it. I think this isn't easy enough. Like, this is supposed to be an easy puzzle. If you look at it, he says something funny about it. There's a knob
secret
on the side.
passage. This is all too easy.
Adventure games often, the difficulty of them can be decreased with just a few lines of dialogue. If they just added something clarifying like that, there's something funny about that clock. Is a fine
Laverne,
hint.
how'd
It's
you
like,
get
it works really well.
upstairs?
Am I upstairs? I got lost.
Seen any tentacles?
What's a tentacle?
Oh, just something I whipped up in my spare time. Made good pets, actually. Until one of them tried to take over the world
I don't think Michael
and
Land
to
did
tie the
music
little
on this,
buggers
did
up
he?
in the
This
basement.
is Clint Bajik
Good
game.
thing you told us that.
Yeah, Bernard wanted us to set them free.
Thank God you weren't that stupid.
Oh, shit.
Did you say Bernard?
So this is a sequel
Okay, you're
to
free
Maniac
to go.
Mansion.
Thanks, Bernard.
Yes, thank you, naive human. Now I can finish taking over the world.
I think this game is pretty wildly different from its predecessor, though.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. He's incredibly evil, isn't he?
I think the original.
I'll try to talk him out of it.
I've never been a fan of the original Maniac Mansion. I actually, weirdly, I'm one of the only people
Well,
I think.
what possible harm could one insane mutant tentacle do?
I played Zack McCracken in the Alien Mindbenders first,
Sleeping
and that was
lab
my
rats.
big game.
Dr. Fred.
And then when I played Maniac Mansion, it
What
seemed
have
really
you
kind of
done this
basic.
time, you
'Cause it takes place in a
meddling
house.
milk-toast?
And Zack
Now
McCracken takes
Purple
place in the
Tentacle
world.
is free to use his evil mutant powers to take over the world and enslave all humanity.
Whoops.
Our only hope now is to turn off my sludge-o-matic machine and prevent the toxic mutagen from entering the river.
Isn't it a little late for that, Doctor?
Of course, that's why I'll have to do it. Yesterday, through the time machine.
This is all your fault, Bernard.
Behold, children, the Chronogon.
Doc, can't you just send Bernard?
No, you must all go to increase the odds that one of you will make it there alive.
Have any people ever been hurt in this thing?
Of course not. This is the first time I've ever tried it on people.
In fairness, Zack McCracken is pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. I had the hint book and I cheated like hell on Zack McCracken. It was more the concept that I really loved than anything
Well,
else.
I'll be.
I've already written a massive thing on Zack McCracken. I guess if you search for
Bernard,
it and
float
Joe
over
Matar,
here
it'll
so I
come
can
back.
punch you.
It'll come up if you
This
want to read
must be
such a
that
thing.
Woodstock place Mom and Dad are always talking about.
And actually, the creator saw the article and he said, "Ah, good points."
What could it all
He
mean?
seems like a nice guy.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Because it's not a very good game.
Die. Die.
We may not live to see yesterday.
I'm sure Dr. Fred wouldn't have done this if it weren't safe.
But the
After
scope,
all, he is a
the
doctor.
scope of Zach McCracken really impressed me. I mean, it's bullshit. So many of the environments are literally the same.
And they
Every
said
airport.
imitation diamond wasn't good enough.
What version was that?
Uh-oh.
The arrow keys. Yeah, I'm definitely. The music is so different from. I mean, I can't. I think it's probably worse. It might just be a matter of the emulation, or maybe I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if ad-lib's better. Meh. The music was never my favorite thing about this particular game. It fits it, but I never sat around listening to this. I listen to Monkey Island music all the time. Oh yeah, that sounds so different.
Cheap mail order jewels.
What happened to Hoagie and Laverne?
I
My
knew
friend
I
still
should
says
have
cheap
bought a
mail order
real
jewels.
diamond.
Are they
Sometimes.
alive?
My dials say that the larger specimen landed 200 years in the past, and the other is stuck 200 years in the future.
Well, hurry up and bring them back.
I will, as soon as I get a new diamond. Then all your buddies have to do is plug in their respective chronogens and...
Plug them in? Where is Hoagie going to find an electrical outlet 200 years in the past?
Yes, well, he'll be needing my patented super battery then, won't he? Now, where did I put those patented super battery plans of mine?
Plans? How are we going to get Hoagie plans?
Don't worry me with details, boy. Just help me find the plans. They're in this house somewhere.
Now what am I going to do?
I think I made myself perfectly clear. Step 1, find plans. Step 2, save world. Step 3, get out of my house. Let's get cracking.
The thing about that is, Tim Schafer always says he's like obsessed with the 3 trials sort of thing, like in Monkey Island, where you had to get the sword, you had to become a sword master, you had to become a treasure hunter, and what else? I can't remember. But these aren't actually 3 trials, because Get Out of My House isn't a real one, so I don't know. It's almost like a joke about his system.
It can't do anything without a new diamond.
Man,
Neat.
some part of me really hates childhood me because I just played it so much that it's like, this isn't even like, the memory. It's just like, oh yeah,
I don't want to cause any more trouble.
I just played it too much. Too many times over. Dumbass.
It's
Maybe I put them upstairs. That's got to be it. Upstairs.
Now this, I kind of want to play this a little, well, I don't know. I want to follow him around.
warning. Output
trying
from
to
this
just
device is
make
highly
some
toxic and
effort
may
to
cause tyrannical delusions if
Think
ingested.
about this in terms of like never playing it, which is not really possible.
There, it's off. But it's too late now.
You
It's
can
back
just put
on
it
now.
on for the shit
There,
of it.
it's off. But it's too late now.
So the thing that's silly is like this is maybe like I might argue this is the worst puzzle in the game.
It looks
'cause
like a
this is-
generator driven
it's
by
just
a
there.
treadmill.
That's the plans right there. They're just sitting there. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny that they're just there. I don't know why
To-do.
they did it. It's sort of a
It's
pixel.
Dr. Fred's design for a super battery. It's capable
Now-
of storing up to 1 gigavolt with a charging time of only 0.01 seconds.
pick them up.
Wow.
In a little bit. The thing about this is like I understand when they started this game because the idea of it is the original Maniac Mansion all took place in one house.
Yoo-hoo. Dr. Fred?
This one takes place in the past, the present, and the future. So it's the same house 3 times. It's kind of it's pretty smart. It's kind of That's awesome. Oh, and you get these. I forgot about these. One nice thing about the remake of this is that I guess they're gonna sort the music out. The plans. The music's gonna be, you know, I guess all done in one way rather than. Oh, maybe that's what they'll fix. I don't know. I wonder if they'll like do a new version of it. That would be kind of cool. But the thing is, apparently when they originally made this game, they started it out that you had access to every time period. Yeah, I'm gonna try following him because I have this feeling maybe they try to lead you to the plans in this little like roundabout way.
Now,
But
where did
maybe
Dr.
I'm
Fred go?
wrong. But yeah, apparently you had access to all three time periods originally, and people found it overwhelming when they tested it. So they said, okay, fine, well we'll just make the first one. But I guess they still wanted that non-linearity in there because you can technically right from the start grab the plans.
There doesn't seem to be anything dangerous in there.
I guess you would naturally think he went here, but you know why? I don't know. Any of those doors,
It's not exactly the Ritz.
I'm not sure why. The Ritz is kind of
No time for that now.
dated
I'm
thing.
saving the world from Purple Tentacle.
And I do just gotta love the way you click on a window and he goes out. It's just, yeah, alright, of course.
It's locked.
I'm also playing this not the way I ever play it because I kind of want to shake up my brain.
There's no flag on it now because it's evening.
For some reason, it was so important to me as a kid
Wow,
to be...
a pulley. By using a combination of flexible
is a nerd.
materials and a wheel, one may gain mechanical advantage by changing the direction of motion and the applied force.
It's good that you can keep walking around while he talks and it doesn't mess things up. Yeah, because for some reason as a kid, it was like so important to me. I played this game over and over and over, but the same way every time. I had this like methodical strategy where I would do every single thing in Bernard's place that you could do before opening the time periods. And then I would finally open up the other time periods. So I think I'm gonna just open them up now and try to just kind of solve it in a random order because that's the joy of this game is how extraordinarily nonlinear it is. It's really just it's just loads of puzzles
Hey,
that
Ted.
you can kind of tackle in almost any order.
Talkative as ever, eh, Ted?
I remember you can do this for hours.
You haven't seen any
I will
plans for
not.
a super battery around, have you?
There is this thing.
Nah, didn't think so.
Tim Schafer started doing before he started working on Broken Age really hard. So maybe he's gonna finish
I wish
these.
I had as little on my mind as you do.
He did a bunch of developer let's plays of like all his older games,
I guess I'd best be on about saving the world.
and he only did like one part of each. He hasn't gotten around to finishing them though. Supposedly he wants to. But he was playing this, and he had a lot of thoughts about whether the verb system, what do you lose from the verb system, what do you gain? Because one can argue with some of the verb system stuff that there's puzzles you can't do anymore.
It's empty.
You add like new puzzles to stuff. Like I can't actually think of one right now. I'll wait. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. That's nice that I forgot stuff because that's amazing, frankly. Oh, he's got the crowbar. Oh, you can look at the crowbar while he's holding it. Huh.
Nice crowbar.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, and this guy's basically Jack Nicholson, or
Hi.
Don't sneak up on me like that.
why would you want to break into this car?
Nice crowbar.
I like nice crowbar.
Thanks. Don't even think about asking to use it. I need it.
What's kind of great about this is the way you have dialogue that makes clear that your character is obsessed with the objects. Yeah,
What
I
are
guess
you
he
up
is
to?
The most forgettable. You're right.
I locked my keys in the car.
If you're locked out, why break into the trunk?
I have a spare set of keys in there.
I don't see
Well,
your
they're
keys in the
trunk,
car.
I guess.
Actually, I lost them somewhere.
Nice crowbar.
Yeah, I know.
I think you can just keep doing
See you later.
Yeah.
So,
Someone wrote "wash me" in the dust. Some people think that washing one's vehicle will make it rain.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
how about that?
It's kind of funny they set that up so much. I think that that does become something later, as I recall. You wash a car to... Yeah, they did. I mean, they did a lot of work on setting these puzzles up, I think. And it's in a really weird, not obvious way at all.
That looks inviting. Keep out. Area contaminated with industrial waste. What beautiful, clear water.
I like the hints. I think the hints are not obvious, but they're there. And I think it's actually really cleverly done. I guess the other thing, you need to know that you're just going to pick everything up. So this is a game that there are puzzles all over the place. And you're just, this happens in adventure games a lot, but this game particularly, I think you just have to kind of accept, okay, I am just going to do stuff. I'm going to do actions purely because I want objects. You can't worry too much about the ultimate end goal. The end goal only is you want to pick up stuff. And as long as you're fine with that, I think you can be alright most of this. So, I don't know. Maybe you can't find Dr. Fred. I think he just disappears. Right? I think he does. Because I think if you go in any of those rooms up there, he's not up there. Alright. I'll just pick this up then. I'm gonna try maybe, messing around in the other time periods.
I've got the plans.
Quick, we have to flush
Alright,
them
he's
to
just there.
Hoagie.
How did you get over there?
My ingenious super battery design, please.
Some of the delivery, back in the day, I think voice recording. How did you get over there?
You really flushed them.
I think it should be more like, how'd you get over there?
Down the toilet.
No, through time. Using the highly
Some of this stuff was funny the first time I saw
hydraulic
it.
vortex chamber I've installed
You
in
just
each
jam something down the
chronogram,
toilet.
You can flush small inanimate objects to each other through time. Flush small inanimate objects to each other through time.
That's a funny idea, too.
Hello? Dr. Fred, can you hear me? Drat.
Did you hear something?
No, let's see if what's his name catches on.
Oh, great. I'm stuck in colonial times, tentacles are taking over the world, and now the toilet's backing up.
Okay, come over here.
I thought it'd be a good idea to have the text on, because if I talk
Dr.
over it
Fred,
like this.
How'd you get in there?
But it ruins the jokes sometimes, if you can read everything in advance of the voice.
Bring them to Red Edison. He's my great grandfather. He'll know what to do.
You need the plans to make a super battery so you can plug in your chronojon.
Okay, if you say so, Bernard.
Good boy. Does he have any experience with electronics?
Well, I once saw him take 3,000 volts directly through his head without batting an eye.
Didn't he pass out?
Well, he was already passed out when it happened.
Time for me to save the world, I guess.
Right. So then you can switch around between characters. Oh, he eats stuff.
Ye oldie outhouses.
I guess I'm gonna try actually doing what it says.
It's empty.
I'm gonna put it back in the toilet.
Okay, I flushed it.
Why? I guess they give you an idea that you can do that. I forget if they teach you that you can also just drop things on the different characters, or if that's only in the manual. If that's in the manual, that's too bad, but we'll see.
Kumquats.
What I'm gonna try to do is actually do the things I've been told to do. So I was told to get the plans, and I did that. Now I was told to give these to Red Edison, so I'm gonna do that. I'll talk to Ben Franklin.
Hi there, mister.
Franklin, Ben Franklin, soon to be known as the inventor of electricity.
Do you know Red Edison? He's a scientist guy, too.
Red Edison? A scientist? He's just an innkeeper who pretends to be a scientist, and he's not very good at doing either one. I can't believe Washington and Jefferson picked his inn, of all places, to write our Constitution.
Do you mean Washington like President Washington?
Did he tell you he was president? The nerve of that guy, always trying to run things. But of course, no one will care who's president once I've harnessed the ultimate power, the power of electricity.
Wahaha. Didn't really sound like wahaha.
What was that part just before the crazy laugh?
My experiments are bringing me ever closer to complete mastery over nature. As we speak, I am attempting to lure power out of the heavens to do my bidding. When I succeed, I truly shall be the most powerful man on Earth.
I'll call him whacked.
You are truly whacked, Ben.
Huh, that's what they said about the man who invented bifocals.
Wasn't that you?
Good point. Guess they were right.
Hoagie knows his history quite well, all things considered.
I could use a little power myself for my time machine.
There will be power enough for all in time. There aren't any time machines yet anyway. That's next summer's project.
Oh boy. What do you can just mention?
Shouldn't you
anytime.
say the discoverer of electricity?
You think the ultimate power in the universe is just under some rock waiting to be discovered? Ha! I, Ben Franklin, am going to summon power from the sky by sheer force of genius.
Gosh, it's so...
I wonder what Red would say about that.
Who cares about that crackpot?
Oh, I see. Yeah, so they've got these conversation trees. These were kind of a big
Well, I need Red to help me save
LucasArts
humanity.
thing.
So he's a missionary now, eh? Well, why not? Can't be any worse at that than he is at inventing.
What's so bad about Red?
What can you say about a guy who spent the last 4 years perfecting a left-handed hammer? He's insane. And he steals other people's inventions, too, before they can even apply for the patent. Not that I'm bitter.
Golly.
So where's this Red guy
I don't
at?
know
Down in his
forget-
secret lab, of course, neglecting his guests.
how much the dialogue is necessary.
Aren't you the $100 guy?
The $100 guy. Not bad.
Oh, speaking of mad science,
And a great day it is for it, too.
how
Right.
exactly are you going to do that power luring?
Using one of my newest inventions. I like to call it the
Oh, yeah.
Francocopter.
I like that shot.
That's a kite, Ben. They've been around for thousands of years.
Oh, sure, as toys. But this one is a letter to the gods. It
Thousands
says,
of years.
Dear Thor, just one drop of your mighty juice in the hands of a genius like me could illuminate the entire world.
I'm kind of
Love,
remembering what
Ben."
you do.
I hope you wrote
the
it in
kite.
Swedish so Thor can read it. Or were those guys Norwegian?
I was speaking figuratively. What actually is happening is that I'm waiting for lightning to strike my kite.
And then what?
And then the electricity charges the kite.
And then what?
Then the electricity travels down the string.
And then what?
It charges me, of course.
And then what?
I glow with its almighty power.
And then what?
I use its power to make the world a better place.
And then what?
The world kneels before me, asking me to guide it with my mighty benevolence.
And then what?
I have all annoying pests like you locked up.
That's probably what I used to do when I played this.
And then what?
I'm still doing.
Shot.
Oh, I see.
I see.
Aren't you missing a key or something?
The key to discovery is daring intellect, my boy.
I guess that's how I put
Daring intellect and rigorous science.
No, I mean a real key.
You mean the where the heck did I put my keys kind of key?
Yeah.
That's a manual device. It needs no power. Seriously, man, what are you thinking?
I think a lot of this is just silly stuff.
Isn't it too sunny for lightning?
But,
I know that. I'm just trying to keep my grant going until we get a storm.
His Grant.
Well, I'm going to back away now, just in case.
Carry on.
So usually the situation with this sort of thing is if you talk to
Excuse
people
me, mister.
Mr. Electricity, that would be me.
and they have anything of real worth to say,
When you're all powerful, will you need a number 2
that
guy?
won't disappear. You can
I'll
still
have
say it.
millions groveling at my feet, begging to serve me.
Oh boy, I don't want to say all this.
Will you need anyone to set up lights?
I won't need lights because my body will be glowing
Yeah.
so brightly with the power of the heavens.
Oh my god. Can I not get
Will
out
you
of
need
this
anyone
until
to
I
pack
say it
up
all?
drums?
Who needs drums when I have the roll of thunder at my command?
Okay. Oh my god. You can't do anything, can you? Yeah. I
Will
might
you need anyone to
skip
tape
through
down
this.
mic cord?
Alright.
Always mic cords and
Uh-huh.
Will you need anyone to do?
I don't need to.
Alright. I'm hitting the
Will you need
fast
anyone
forward.
Thor's.
Will you need any?
Huh.
Okay. He
Will
knows
you
what you
need
mean by
anyone
tricks.
to roll you?
No thanks. We've.
Will you need a?
Seeing as I'm not yet the most
No,
powerful
maybe
man
this
on
is a real
Earth,
thing.
I may need some help later if I have to launch this thing again.
Well, I'll let you get back to your tugging.
Yes, back to science.
So I think probably the main thing now holding this game back, and Tim Schafer's like Let's Play kind of, he mentioned this, is it's still from the days where you just sit there and talk to people for ages, and that was supposed to be like fun, but it can be a bit of a slog.
It looks pretty much the same as Dr. Fred's motel.
Because a lot of it's jokes, and a lot of it's, you know, you can't tell what's funny and what isn't. I mean, you can't tell what's a
It's
joke
totally
and what's like an
covered with
actual
crap.
puzzle thing. I mean, eventually you figure it out, but some of it's fun. But I think an issue too is back then they weren't doing much in the way of changing camera angles, which is there's like hints of it, like that shot of the kite. But like one of the things actually, I wasn't a massive fan of Tales of Monkey Island.
I can't open it.
What? Oh, did I hit the flag? Yeah.
You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
But it's Tales of Monkey Island had at least it started that telltale thing of like camera angles. So while people were talking, you'd get lots of shots of people, and that in itself does actually make a lot of things better.
Ooh, the Pony Express.
What's not okay with you, buddy? The talking. I may skip some of the talking. Oh yeah, it's kind of cool.
Those founding fathers are driving me nuts. Flag design changes every 5 minutes. Well, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm making them a flag, ready or not.
Oh, I see. I don't know what that's from. Nah, that's my joke. I like that joke. Whenever anybody quotes Simpsons, I go, "What's that from?" It's a pretty fun joke for me.
What's up?
Oh no, I'm not gonna talk to fucking dead cousin Ted.
Don't feel like talking, huh?
Son of a bitch.
Vow of silence or something, probably, right? Well, that's cool.
Is everyone just waiting for Marge impression? It's not even an impression, is it? Not at all.
Great hat, man.
I don't want to do that. It's stupid.
Later, dude.
I think you can tell pretty quickly talking to a dead person's a joke. Once you've opened this once, it's pretty clear that you open this again. Oh, I always like the way he went down this, as I recall. Oh no, I like the way he goes down the chimney. I don't mind if people want to talk about things unrelated to this game, I don't care. I'll talk about whatever.
It's
I
covered
have to
with
play this
plans and
already
junk.
game.
It looks more like a raincoat than a lab coat.
It's just I'm doing like little things in this game and like popping into my head are the solutions because I just know this game way too well.
What is it?
You look kind of familiar.
Of course I do. I'm Red Edison, the inventor, not to mention owner of this inn. Perhaps you've seen my picture in some important scientific journal.
No.
Then again, maybe not.
I do know that there are certain little jokes I did not at all get as a child.
Do you know Ben Franklin?
And now I get them.
Franklin?
Which is nice.
I would never associate with that overstuffed goofball.
I played Sam and Max Hit the Road for some reason not that long ago.
With one red lens and one blue one.
I don't think it's that well designed. I think the puzzles are kind of nonsense. But Sam and Max, though, I did realize I had no idea what the jokes were in that game. I had no understanding of anything in that game as a child. Like, it was just a bunch of... It was just... It might as well have been a different language.
I'm inventing.
And that's actually one of the funnier games.
What's it look like I'm doing?
Alright.
What are you inventing?
It's a complex metal device designed to minimize paper entropy.
Oh yeah, and he
What
just
are
says
you
a bunch of
inventing?
different stuff, doesn't he?
It's a complex metal
No, he
device
doesn't.
designed to minimize paper entropy.
I thought you click on that and he just keeps
What are
saying
you
different
inventing?
inventions. No?
It's a complex metal
all right.
device
Shut
designed
up.
to...
I remember it was like a secret thing, or maybe it was on some
I
of the
know an inventor who looks a bit
some
like
of the
you.
manual stuff or something
Well,
like
it's not one of my sons, that's for sure.
one of the things that came
It
in the game
appears
box,
that
but
I,
it was
Red
like a big
Edison,
secret that you could
foremost
skip the
genius of
dialogue
my
like that.
day, am to be the last in a long line of gifted inventors.
Not a secret, but they didn't
My
exactly
nearly indistinguishable
broadcast it.
sons have decided that they want to be artists.
I think I
it
played
was
loads of
Jed's
these games
idea.
before I knew you could
Or
skip
is it
dialogue
Ned?
like that, and it's in
Now,
so
well,
many
the
LucasArts
left-handed
games.
one at any rate. Must be some sort of bad blood on their mother's side.
So, oh, I'm gonna
Well,
read the plans.
see you
Okay,
later.
Here you go.
You might if you cut that hair a bit shorter.
I should save at some point just in case. Here you go.
Super battery, eh? Brilliant design. Sometimes I amaze myself. Now all I
okay.
need is oil, vinegar, and some gold.
So, my understanding, and I've never played the game like this. Actually, well, maybe I did. I don't remember the first time how I played it. So now you've got 3 tasks, but I guess if you actually follow this, you know, connecting the dots, the game goes find the plans, send the plans to Hoagie, give the plans to him, and then give him oil, vinegar, and gold. So now that's my
What is it this time?
job.
What was it you needed for that?
Oil. Let me know if you...
Now this, so then
It looks more
I
like
mean,
a raincoat than a lab
at
coat.
this point, you have no idea where you're gonna get oil, vinegar,
Hey!
and gold.
Only employees are allowed to use that lab coat.
So you're really just supposed to run around and grab shit now. At this point, try to steal everything, pick up everything.
It's covered with plans and junk.
Give me this left-handed hammer, you son of a bitch.
Say, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself. It was for my ungrateful slob of a left-handed son. Oh, well.
So that's all there is in here. Can you take his hat? No. I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna push him.
That would not be
I
respectful.
suppose that's true.
Besides, I might get caught.
Alright. One thing that's funny about me, and this is the only thing that's funny about me, other than that, I'm pretty fucking serious all the time, is I grew up playing Monkey Island a lot. I played them over and over, and I was in a freaking dorky ass Monkey Island chat room for a lot of my life. I spent a lot of time in there. But the funny thing about this is I never found the Monkey Island games. This is blasphemous. I never found them funny. I don't think they're that funny. I think the funniest one was maybe Tales of Monkey Island, which again, I'm not a huge fan of that game. But I think it's, I don't laugh at the old Monkey Islands. They all feel like weird in-jokes to me. It just feels like a bunch of programmers making jokes at each other, and it's just like, why is this funny? I really don't laugh at it
The
much.
Constitutional Convention
This one's
invites
okay.
your comments, critiques, amendments to the Constitution.
These seem a little more like written, this game, already.
Bitchin'. Bitchin'.
Oh yeah, bitchin'. That
Just
seemed
looks like a regular hammer.
I remember
to me,
thinking that
but
stuff
then
felt
I'm no scientist.
quite profane. I'm gonna randomly give him this letter. Why?
What he needs is a space heater.
So, I mean, they do some stuff here with the animation, and it's just clear he's cold already. So do we want to help him? Maybe. Yeah, bitchin'. I remember thinking, wow. I mean, it's not really a bad word. I guess that's a dated thing. Nobody says bitchin' is cool anymore, do they? Like, ever? That's kind of dated already, huh? That's too bad. And it sounds quite, like...
Must have poor circulation.
Profane.
Yo.
To have is like it's a default line. It's all over the game. Bitchin'.
What's up, you cold?
Cold? I'm freezing.
He doesn't do the
Why don't you build a fire?
Well, I keep asking Jefferson to
there he
build
did
a fire, but he won't. Says he needs the log for posterity and won't part with it.
So then there's just loads of people who sound like actors. So we've got Jack Nicholson and Woody Allen so far. I don't know if Ben Franklin's supposed to sound like anybody.
He's going to give the log to starving children?
I don't get any respect around here. Why, I bet if George I spent the winter in Valley Forge, Washington was cold, we'd get some heat in here.
So they've got, all these hints in here. So, like, it's kind of... I mean, I don't know. All this stuff adds up when I'm seeing it, but obviously I've played this before a million times. But he tells you he's cold. He tells you George has to be the one who's cold for you to get this log in the fire. And evidently you have interest in the blanket.
Awesome
so
blanket,
right there,
dude.
in theory, you can
Thank
connect all the
it
dots.
Was given to me by my dear old colorblind Aunt Hattie.
Oh, he doesn't get any respect. They might have done those dated references. I mean, they're older gentlemen. But I don't know. I mean, he's clearly Woody Allen. I don't know why they would put it on, but maybe. Why'd they make him do that?
How come you sign your name so big?
Astigmatism.
That's where your
It's like
joints
so
hurt,
much
right?
All right. The truth is that a friend once told me that women go crazy over guys with a big signature.
What are you guys doing in here?
We're writing writing the...
We're drafting a constitution for the United States.
Don't say draft. You'll only make me colder.
Wimp.
Ah. Oh, so I guess...
Got a motor, dude.
You have a what?
So I guess if you talk to him at any time, you can get him
Shouldn't
to say
you guys
something about being
Writers.
cold. Wow, jeez. How about we give them a real one? No music in elevators?
You
I'll
could
say
guarantee the right to free speech.
Free speech? No, that'll never work.
Well, I gotta go, dude.
I don't know. Because you know,
Yeah.
it's always I've always thought you
Please,
wanna keep all the, maybe when you talk to Washington you get this stuff, but gosh, there's so much.
It's
to
big,
do.
it's heavy, it's wood.
That's a Ren and Stimpy reference. I
It
forgot
looks
about that.
like a martini shaker.
I need this. It's always funny
Sorry,
you can
I'm
just grab
saving
things.
it. It's going to be a famous log.
One thing they've done, I mean, and this was back in Monkey Island, they kind of started doing this. You can just be a dick. which is kind of fun.
Hey, tall, dark, and
You can be a
spiffy,
dick
my
to
name's
everybody,
Hoagie.
and you obviously can't
Well,
lose.
how quaint. I am, of course, Thomas Jefferson, musician, horseman, student of the sciences, member of the bar.
Oh, sure, I've heard of you, dude. Dude, is that like the Constitution?
Right now, it's just a constitution, I'm afraid. We hit a slight creative block right after the preamble. That's why we put up a suggestion box over there.
I really wonder if when they re-release this, they're gonna do something about bitchin', because not that it's like offensive, but it is already dated. I mean, he's supposed to be a weird roadie, but I still don't think anybody really says bitchin' anymore. And it does kind of just sound a little bit profane for something you hear so often in the game. Bitchin'.
Could you start a fire, please?
I'd love to oblige you, young man, but I can't. This is the only log, and I'm saving it for posterity.
How can you let Hancock suffer like that?
A real man is warmed by the fires of his spirit. You should listen to Washington relate his experiences at Valley Forge and take heed.
I mean, as I said, the conversation in this game is probably the most dated thing. The fact that it just kind of keeps going. But it's something I don't know how to do it. I don't know what you do in adventure games. I don't know what is a good level of conversation. I remember the one thing that was Sam and Max hit the road seems a little bit underwritten, if I'm being honest. I remember them talking all the time, and then when I replayed it, it was like, oh, almost every like dialogue option you exhausted after one or two clicks, and it's like, oh, like I thought there was more, and it actually felt a little underwritten. Oddly.
Has anyone ever told you you're a very
But this is kind of
dresser?
the exact opposite. This
Why,
is
yes.
crazy
I studied
amount
at
of
Virginia
conversation.
Code and Technical, where I
Wow.
majored in color theory. I was captain of the varsity cravat team.
Those are impressive credentials, Tom.
Thomas.
Dude, I loved your work on the Declaration of Independence.
Ah, thank you. What was your favorite part?
This.
I like those S's that look like F's.
I see.
What's in the can, Tommy?
Thomas. My name is Thomas, and this, my chubby friend, is a time capsule filled with remembrances of our time to be revealed 400 years hence.
So, how's the time capsule going?
I'm sorry to say that except for my log, we haven't got a thing.
Well, later, dude.
What? What's going to happen later?
It's sort of funny. Can you steal this? Oh, not easily. Oh, I need gold, right?
Stolen from the desk of George Washington.
What do I need? Vinegar,
Hey, keep your hands off that.
gold, and oil. Is that right?
They don't seem to have gotten too far.
All right.
Cool view of the outhouses. He looks oddly familiar. Excuse me. Yes?
He sounds like somebody too.
Whoa, you're like George Washington.
Very much like him, according to my wife, Mrs. Washington.
The like comedy still adds up.
Whoa, awesome. I'll say awesome.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Weren't you president or something?
Yes, I expect to be chosen president unanimously. I'm very well connected. Do you
Oh,
think
for
I
the
should be the
Sharpies.
ecology president or the education president?
I don't think ecology was even. I know eventually. I'm gonna do
I
this,
think
even though I think
ecology
it's
is very
wrong.
important.
Yes, of course, but what really matters is which one sounds better.
Cold enough for you?
Cold? Why, you don't know the meaning of the word. I spent a winter at Valley Forge. Now that was cold. Why, my spit would freeze before it hit the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry about
Cool.
the delay. They have that
Extremely.
this option for to decrease the delay which I turn on, but it generally seems to. They say it also tends to make buffering crappier, so I tend to be turning it off because more problems seem to arise with it on. But it's like in beta. I'm also probably not, I'm streaming with like a free version of a program. Oh, belching. But all of these videos will get archived if you want to watch me ramble posthumously. That's not the right use of the word, but
Excuse me. Yes?
I'm probably going to try to play tomorrow as well. I might put these on YouTube. I don't know. If anybody cares about this sort of thing.
Do you really have wooden teeth?
I do wonder. I mean, I would.
As a matter of fact, I do make use of artificial teeth. I find them to be far superior to the ordinary enamel variety.
I really hope when this comes out, when this gets like, I don't watch many Let's Plays and stuff, but when this gets re-released, I really would like to watch somebody who's never played it before play it, because I'm just curious to see how somebody would tackle like this kind of game. Because to me, I played so many of these games that it's just a no-brainer to like. Oh, dialogue, I'd better ask them everything.
Don't you have a problem with splitters?
Oh, stuff to pick up, I'd better pick up everything.
I've been to war, boy. No one who's heard the thunder of musket.
Thank you, good
smells
night.
Sulfur from a cannon blast.
Thanks for
and
coming.
Healthy fear in the hearts of his comrades is going to be bothered by a little thing like, oh, blast it.
So yeah, I should be back on earlier, ideally tomorrow. It'll be like 8:30. I'm gonna try to start at 8. I might play some stupid indie games like last time, but that game I played tonight, I played it way too long. I forgot how stupid long that game was.
Well, what about dry rot? Hardly.
All right.
Where could I get some of those? They're rather expensive. Mine were custom made for me by my good friend Paul Revere.
3D glasses.
Didn't he invent 3D glasses?
Why? I don't get that joke.
I believe you have him confused with someone else.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure what joke that is.
Wow, what do you brush them with? I use a toothbrush, much like everyone else.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
a bit of wood polish, of course.
I definitely have to say, in terms of conversation in this game, the dialogue, it's really... you're just on this screen for ages, just watching people talk.
Don't they make a disposable
from the side view? Like,
actually,
there's no cutting, there's no,
This inn is working on something like that.
That's actually also one of the things that Full Throttle does that's so amazing. Full Throttle is stunningly cinematic. I just watched someone play a bit of that recently again, and it's really impressive just how many different angles and shots, and they created like new animation for like so many different shots. It's really incredible. My voice is fairly romantic, or at least sleeping to it is.
Is it true about you and the cherry tree? Oh yes, it's quite true. Why, I've cut down acres of cherry trees in my day. Would you give me a demonstration? I don't see why I should.
I remember the insult.
I've been thinking about what you said. Pondering the great...
You bet you lost it.
I bet you've lost it. You couldn't cut down a tree to save your grandmother. Lost it, have I? Why, I'd show you a thing or two if there were a cherry tree nearby. But as you can see, there isn't. I only cut down cherry trees. Family tradition, you understand. Cherries only. There's nothing out there but cedar and kumquats.
Yeah. I love these little puzzle setups. They're like, you've got to kind of like make a mental note of them, I guess. One of the things I definitely remember, like... Is Kieran coming? Kieran hungry? My friend Kieran is coming into the room. Please, everybody. Don't be frightened.
Excuse me. Yes?
Am I up stars? I got lost. There's like one guy who's been in the chat the whole time. He has to go to bed, but apparently he's listening to it on his phone, and only the audio is coming through, so he's going to romantically fall asleep to the sound of my voice. I don't know how well you're heard. It's you could.
I think you said I had to speak.
What are you looking at out there? The future of our nation.
Kieran played Bud Tucker with me. This guy that he watched our Bud Tucker Let's Play.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I think he found he had Bud Tucker when he was a kid, and he never got to beat it, so he wanted closure. Unfortunately, we're the only game in town if you're playing it in English. There's a young couple.
That young couple by the tree?
No. I was just admiring my reflection in the window. Striking, aren't I?
I bought some weird Starbucks Frappuccino. I bought the one that sounded the most candy-like, and apparently there's not a lick of coffee in it. It's just a whole milky thing. It's just a bunch of weird milky shit.
I can't actually tell if anything of this is working right now.
Excuse me. This is the joy of a stream, I guess. You listen to people eat and drink.
Yeah, I don't know why you're doing that to him.
I gotta do it to him. Sorry, everybody.
But I gotta do it to you.
You should get like a mic cover.
You should get a mouth cover, so I don't have to listen to you.
You should get a face cover so I have to see you.
That's a good one. So I guess you can keep
I think
bothering
it's freezing.
him
Freezing.
about
Pshaw.
it being cold, etc., etc. Freezing Pshaw. Freezing Pshaw. Did I look at the Constitution?
They don't seem to have gotten too far.
Yeah, the thing about Bud Tucker, that's a game that, I mean...
You can look, but don't touch.
I ranted about this in our Bud Tucker Let's Play, but, the fucking nonsense of stuff like where the first screen has that door, that window I can't get out of. When I played it, Kieran solved that puzzle where you
It's a little
soap up the dirty
cage with a
window.
canary in it, perched above a little lever.
Oh, this stuff, like so much of this, I mean, obviously I played it too many times, but when you see this stuff, it says it's a smoke detector.
It's a little cage
And
with a canary in it.
You know that you want to
perched
build a
above
fire,
little
so like
lever.
all this stuff kind of gradually comes together in my mind. But and then there's just shit you can pick up.
Salad
so.
oil.
Oh well, there's oil. I'm playing it out of order the way I usually play it.
Bitchin'. I can't open it.
But yeah, Bud Tucker, there's that dirty window right at the beginning, and he says it just won't open. He doesn't say anything like the window is dirty. Yeah, the window is stuck. I could grease the window. Like, the window maybe needs to be greased up. Like, any of these things he could fucking say. It just won't open.
Bitchin'.
And this game, I think, does the exact, like, opposite, where all the dialogue is in some way pointing you to the answers. Although I don't
wanna.
Oh, you have to use it with something, I see. He doesn't wanna.
I don't wanna.
You played this whole game, right, Kieran?
Yeah.
I imagine so.
I quoted it to you.
Here's a bucket.
It's empty.
Map stars. There's a chance he'll see this, or is even in the... I don't think he's here. But Adam, our friend, our mutual friend Adam, he played this game. I think I must have given it to him and copied it.
It's already
which is
open.
legal. It's not legal. Maybe I just lent it to him. I don't know. If it was the talkie version.
I don't think back then.
Well, if it was the CD, I lent it to him. But the thing is, I had this... I think I must have played this game through on disc before I had the CD version. Check this out. I remember you can stand here and their hand just freezes in place if you do it fast enough. Alright, no it doesn't. And you know you can climb up fireplaces. Oh yeah, this bird thing. Oh yeah, they've got these crazy animations the first time. I think this game had it has skip cutscenes. I think you can hit escape or press both mouse buttons. So there were little advancements going on here.
It's one of those pulley things. It's blocked up with somebody's
and this is,
bed.
Like, charming because when you're Bernard, he rambles.
It's
about
one
the
of
movie
those
for, like,
pulley
the
things.
For like 10 minutes because
it's blocked up with somebody's bed. Looks like someone's bed.
There's all these cute little jokes, guys. Because look, in this one,
it's blocked up with somebody's
when
bed.
you're Bernard, you can get through the bigger window, even though he's skinny. But when you're Hoagie, they make you go through the little one. Oh, this dirty cat! I remember him. Right, oh, right. And when Adam played this game, the thing that was so... And this is really no fault of his, really. But he hadn't played many adventure games, and this is still just a funny story that stuck out in my mind. If you're a fucking adventure game nerd, it's funny. God damn it.
Why are you looking at me?
To me, it was just second nature that you pick everything up. And one time, Adam called me up going, I don't know how to do this puzzle. And I said, okay, well, use the red paint. And he said, oh, I don't have the red paint. And I said, well, why don't you have the red paint? Because it's just sitting here. It's not something you have to do anything for. I said, why don't you have the red paint? And he said, I didn't think I'd need it. And to me, I was like, why, are you insane? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
The first rule of adventure games is if you pick it up, you probably need it.
Right.
Unless it's a pick-me object or something.
You do need a pick knee object.
No, weren't there like
there was a knee object you did not need to use. Clunk. Oh, right. This is kind of a weird puzzle. I'm not sure how much I think about this. That makes some sense. This is a timing puzzle, though. No, there's something else you have to do. Oh, yeah. This... Alright. This is maybe the first shitty puzzle, honestly. I don't really like this one.
Cats dig these.
I
What
know
a
what to
pretty
do here.
pussycat.
Do you remember what to do here, Kieran? To get... Because obviously you want the toy for some reason.
So it's not just sit on the bed and then...
No. Like, first of all, it's not a great puzzle because, although they can be done well, I guess, timing puzzles in adventure games are a little bit of a questionable prospect. Because you can't really tell, oh, did I miss it, or did I... Fuck. Here, I think you actually get him to do... Because one thing you can do in this game that's nice is you can click the thing first and then the No, you can't. I thought you could. You could in the older ones, so maybe that disappeared. I could have sworn you could do that. What if I just walk to it? No. I think it's really hard because my mouse sensitivity is like too high. Did I get pick? Oh, I got it. Okay. I think he says something though. No, he doesn't. I could have sworn there was like if you do it exactly, he goes, "Oh, that cat gets back there too fast." But okay, I just want to see. I'm just curious about how all the puzzles in this game work because I can't really see it with fresh eyes at all. Now, what's bullshit about this puzzle? You've got Jed's bed, you've got Ned's bed, and then for some reason you have squeaky mattress. And it's kind of dumb. You have to just like move to a different spot. So pick up the bed.
Where am I gonna put it? Where am I gonna put it?
So, yeah, I don't know if it actually matters. I'm wondering if it mattered. No, you do have to use mattress, because if you use Ned's bed, he just sits on it. So you have to do this, and then you can't hold a mattress, I guess. So then the idea is you do this. Oh, and I haven't even met these guys yet.
Sounds like the cat's caught a moose up there.
That's kind of a cool little use of text to convey something they didn't want to animate. So now you've got Clunk. And then you've got the Squeak. Yeah, that's not a great puzzle. Otherwise, it's a perfect game. Fuck you, cat.
All right, Pain.
Huh?
It's a cat asshole.
Yeah, they do have a cat asshole. I remember they did that.
Mangy, flea-bitten, rat-batting, mouse-munt. Use it for what?
Is there more to do with the cat? I can't remember.
Yo,
Maybe. I mean, not now, but maybe later. Definitely the biggest problem with this game is dialogue.
Soon all the power of the heavens will be mine!
I've said
all mine! If only we had some nasty weather!
And I guess they do these things to make you go like, hey, there's this stuff you gotta do.
it looks like someone's dentures were in here.
Hey, I've got to put them somewhere.
The dialogue goes on and on.
Hi, horsey.
Oh, hi yourself.
You can read down there late.
Wow, you can
if I
talk.
press play.
Wow, so can
I
you.
did.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, dialogue's the biggest problem with this game. It goes on and on and on.
I didn't think horses could talk.
And as I said, Tim
Maybe
Schafer
they just
started
never had
doing a Let's
anything to
Play
say
of
to
this
you.
game.
Ever think of that?
And he
You mean
he
horses
was
have been
commenting
snubbing me my whole life? Well, if you want to
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
that way.
He's been doing these like developer Let's Plays, but he hasn't. He only did like one. He meant to finish them. He hasn't finished them because he's working on Broken Age, which I haven't played.
Is this some kind of a trick? I don't do magic. I'm just a horse. Nice teeth. Thanks.
The thing about horses.
I paid quite a bit for them.
That's true.
They're all teeth.
Did I mention how great your teeth look? Thanks again.
One thing I do, and I've said this, but the thing that's kind of great about this game. Oh, I thought I heard noise from above. One thing that's great about this game is
What's
that
a nice horse like you doing in
there
a
is
place
totally
like
that
this?
thing of like every adventure
I
game
live here.
protagonist
What
is
are you
basically a
doing here?
kleptomaniac who steals shit.
You could kind of extend that to several game genres.
Yeah, it's. I guess you're right. But they're so weird in adventure games because they want to pick up everything. They don't want to even. It's not just food or whatever. Yeah.
In an RPG,
I'm trying to get back to the future and save
Right.
the world. The future, huh? And I thought that Franklin guy was off his nut. Well, I gotta
But it's
go.
also things like that.
See you later.
Long dialogue. That one's fine. But actually, this might be another not great puzzle because I know
The horse soaks his dentures in here.
Drink it.
I don't want to touch it. I don't think I want this.
because I know what you have to do to the horse, and I don't think there were any
Still
real
trying to get
hints
back
as
to the future?
why. Yeah, he said back to the
Laughed
future.
at by a horse. Whoa.
Although I guess I get it because one kind of knows when do you put your dentures in the glass?
Sleep.
Yeah, when you go to sleep. So I guess you can figure this out without any dialogue. But the thing that I do like about this game is that your characters are weirdos who, when they have conversations with people, they make it very clear they're fixated on stealing their shit, which is kind of funny, and it works for it. I'm seeing double.
Question
Four
is,
crusties.
which one's stuffed and which one's the real McCoy?
I assure you that we are both real, but we are neither one of us McCoys. We are Edisons, Ned and Jed.
Who's who?
Does it really matter? Even our dear father can't tell us apart. He only knows that one of us is left-handed while the other is right, but that neither of us are following in his tiny scientific footsteps. Hold still, Jed. So, I'm almost too frightened to ask, are you the marble delivery man?
I have a
Or
feeling.
the model?
I have a feeling I did used to play this with ad-lib sound, because I'm pretty sure anytime there were little like extraneous little sound effects, you can't hear this, but I'm playing it with MIDI because you get little stupid MIDI sounds in places you didn't, and it sounded a little better in the ad-lib, but I might be wrong because I keep hearing the music cues and going, that sounds like shit. But this makes a crappy little ka-dunk noise now, but it's clearly MIDI. And as I recall, when I used to play this, I don't think it made any sound, so I must have been using ad-lib or something. I'm the model.
I'm the model. Should I take my clothes off now?
You got it. Not you. Oh yeah, this is one of those shitty situations too.
No, you most definitely should not. We couldn't get your body shape right anyway, unless we
This is not a
cemented
fat
two
joke.
slabs of
This is
marble
outdated
together.
because fat shaming is now
Well,
illegal!
then your statue would have a big seam in it.
That's the first.
That's
Oh,
okay.
I hope that guy didn't
It
fall
would have
asleep
one
with me.
anyway.
Look,
Yelling and
don't
yelling and
call
yelling
us.
in his ear.
We'll call you.
Dang.
Well, he knows what he's in for.
Maybe. Oh yeah, he watched Bud Tucker. I guess he knows. Yeah, this is also one of those unfortunate places where you have to wait for them in the middle of a conversation.
I'm the delivery man,
That's a
okay, if
filthy
I
joke, I
unload in
guess.
here?
You have to
Actually,
sometimes
we are
wait for
well
them to finish
supplied with
animation before they
medium,
talk.
so thank you.
It's just too
no.
bad as well.
This ain't medium, it's the extra large stuff.
Like
Please
that.
go away. We artists are very sensitive to your kind of people.
What kind of people?
Like this, I have to wait for all that nonsense. Oh man. Oh jeez. As if the dialogue
Big,
wasn't
dumb people.
already.
I'm no marble delivery man, but rock is my life.
I'm sure that's terribly amusing where you're from.
You son of a bitch.
Where exactly did you come from?
Future, you son of a bitch.
I live off campus with Bernard and Laverne.
How nice for you. How nice for Bernard. How nice for Laverne. How nice for everybody.
Well, actually, they never let me play my music very loud.
Yes, of
He
course.
said very loud.
Well, goodbye.
Jostled.
Sorry, hope I haven't jostled you.
Too late.
So I forgot about the story of this one. It doesn't take place in the mansion, right?
It does.
It does?
In 3 different time periods. Past, present, future. But it's all mentioned.
Wow, doesn't even blink.
Please do not perturb my model.
It was like a tourist thing. After the first.
I think
Wow,
in the
doesn't even
present
blink.
it's a tourist.
Please do not
trap a
perturb
little
my
bit.
model.
It's maybe it's a hotel. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's a hotel. I don't think they've made clear yet that's what it is. I think
It's
I think
Ned
you
or
have to go
Jed's
around and have a
head.
dialogue with people to kind of ascertain that. Yes.
Is that because, I guess...
I wonder if there's anything to eat in it.
Isn't like one of the endings of the first game that the mansion explodes or something? Or?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of ways to blow the mansion up. Oh well, so this
It must be Ned's. Or is it Jed's?
I think they make fairly clear that you can mess with this hammer. I mean, I guess the reason you want to mess with the hammer here...
Don't you have a hammer?
I do, and it's left-handed, and he's using a right-handed one. It's obvious what to do, but I kind of don't want to do it yet, because...
That's a great joke, by the way.
What?
Left-handed hammer, right-handed hammer.
Oh, yeah, because it doesn't matter. But it is, I mean, they make it fairly clear. This is one of those cases where I think you can tell that you need to... You mouse over, and there's a barrel, and then you can find the hammer. But, I think the only reason you'd want to change the hammer at this point is because he's a dick. But, which is fine. That's enough of a motivation, frankly.
These would look better on velvet.
I get it.
These would look better on
look,
velvet.
Who it is? Who it is?
The late Max Addix. His petard runneth over.
Cut off a bit.
A lamentable
It's
fate
very
for such a
obvious.
patriotic dude.
Oh.
Chateau de Cheapo, 1775.
Steal.
Chateau Chapeau?
The cheapo.
I don't quite see how it can fly.
House of Cheap. It was supposed to be. Cheapo. Was the joke.
Probably the underwear drawer.
Oh, he won't open this, will he?
Grody, man. I don't go through people's underwear.
Underwear.
Hey, what's that on the plans? It looks like a secret backwards message. Oh, it's just a coffee stain.
Big jokes.
Looks like he spent a lot of time in there.
Fuck it up.
Nah, there's printer's ink on the sheets.
Fuck it up.
I can't move it.
There's somebody's bed you are supposed to fuck up, and I don't remember why.
Fucked up somebody.
Yeah, I think
I
you
don't
fuck up
quite
one of
see how it can fly.
those. Gimme.
I don't understand that technical stuff.
Gimme.
I don't understand that stuff.
For some reason, you get him in here at some point. You get Ben to come in here. But as of right now, I'll just take his wine.
Cheap.
I told you guys I'll get to the flag next. I'm working as fast as I can.
Hey, chill. Take your time.
Don't tell me you've got another design change for the flag.
I've got another design change for the flag.
I knew it. What's the current brainstorm from our fickle founding fathers?
It should have a hologram on it.
He said hologram.
This is sort of...
What the heck?
before,
At this point, I'd do anything just to have it over with. Put the pattern on the table, and I'll look at it when I'm done with this job.
Some of the voice acting is a little...
Nice day outside.
Basically good.
Sorry.
Looks comfortable.
It's a little weird.
Nice day outside.
Sorry, no time for small talk.
I like these.
Too late. You've already rejected those.
I'm taking them now.
I don't want them.
I know that already.
Stars and stripes. Dull, dull, dull.
Hey, don't criticize unless you got a better idea.
My grandma had one like that. That'd make a killer t-shirt. She looks busy. The guys downstairs say they want a big family crest, and in the four corners they want a keg, some babes, a guitar, and some drumsticks. And underneath it all put, America rocks.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
This is a good puzzle, because you also don't really have to talk to her. Not that I hate Betsy Ross. I'm just saying in general. Dialogue too much, eh?
I guess this is George Washington's bed.
Oh, I remember why you fuck up bad.
So George doesn't sleep there?
It's all rumpled up. I bet it calls the butler just like on TV.
So the butler comes.
Here I am, don't get your carols in an uproar. Excuse me, Mr. Washington. Boy, what a mess.
Didn't Betsy Ross also think you were Mr. Washington?
Hey, lady.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes, Mr. Washington?
My name's not Washington, it's Hoagie.
That's funny, Mr. Washington. Imagine being named after a sandwich.
Hoagies were invented.
No, really, I'm not Washington.
I don't think so. I just don't think so.
You're George Washington, occupation founding father. It says so in the register.
This isn't my room.
Well, you certainly messed it up as though it were. It's no use trying to fool me, Mr. Washington.
You're right, I am Washington.
I knew it.
Don't you have any cleaning supplies?
Like most maids, I keep them on me cart, in the hall.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Yes, there's lots to be done.
I'm obsessed with things. There it is.
That's not what I'd call a lot of cleaning supplies.
Yoink.
Oh, good. Now you can open a window.
That's
Yeah,
not what I'd
when
call
God
a lot
picks
of
up
cleaning
soap,
supplies.
he opens the window. So, yeah. I beat the game. Because I was already here, so I must have beaten the game.
Yep.
That's how it works. I've seen every level. Bonus level. Now, he wants oil, vinegar, and gold, I think. I'll just give him the oil. Why not, eh?
Ah, excellent. I need that for my super battery.
Yeah. What else you
Hey.
need? It's gold and vinegar.
What is it this time?
What was it you needed for that battery again?
Oil, vinegar, and gold. I still need the vinegar and gold. Let me know if you happen across any.
I'm going to try to give him wine for vinegar. He's not going to appreciate it.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Nothing. Now, I guess another cool thing about this game is just the fact that you kind of, you go, oh, I have something for that now. So now I have a bucket. So why not get some water, right? And then, I don't know. Oh yeah, this part. Well, right, and then the other thing was, this is like a subtle little puzzle hint. Yeah, when you're in Bernard's time, you look at the car and someone's written, "Wash me on the car in dust," and he says, some people think if you wash a car, you get, it makes it rain. And over here is Ben Franklin wanting it to rain. So now we have all this.
Now you've got a hot hint.
Yeah, but you get it in the other time.
The water's all sudsy now. Dum-de-dum.
Dum-de-dum. Yeah, I love these animated parts. These were such a treat when you play this game because they're really infrequent, whereas in Full
Looks
Throttle,
like a
it's
big
like
storm. See,
everything
this is why I never wash my car.
to an animation, which is very cool. I think you get
Hey,
the gold
Ben.
from the quill pen.
Oh, it's you.
The quill pen is
Where are
made
you
of gold, but
going?
you can't
What
steal
about
it
your
yet.
experiment?
That guy's-
Even science sometimes gets cold on account of rain, my boy.
But how are you ever going to get lightning if you're not going to stand out in a storm?
To be frank, which I am, I don't know. The science of electrodynamics, much like your mind apparently, is still in a state of relative infancy. Back to the drawing board, I say.
What a genius.
So, why did he go inside? It's really not clear.
Cats dig these.
Don't like it.
No.
But he wants lightning.
Well, he doesn't know how he's gonna get lightning without it raining. So, whatever.
He's being a dick.
Yeah. Benjamin Franklin was a huge dick.
I'll go talk to him.
Pretty historically accurate.
Was Franklin a dick?
I don't know.
Who was the other guy? Edison. Edison was a dick. Edison was a massive dick. He electrocuted
Looks
an
like
elephant
my
to death.
kind of guy. Hi.
Sorry, can't talk. Busy making history.
Well, to be fair, the elephant.
I don't quite see how it can fly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be executed for stamping.
Hi.
And he said,
Sorry,
"Wait a
can't
minute.
talk. Busy making
Watch
history.
this."
Oh, fucking blow it up. Why do I have a
Bitchin'.
can opener? Oh, you just have it. He starts with the can opener. I forgot about that. Well, see, this is weird because at this point it's not even clear what the hell Ben wants, you know? He's just there. Well, yeah, but when you talk to him, he just is like, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna go to where he was standing. I don't think he's doing anything, but... I mean, maybe he leaves something. I don't remember. I don't think he leaves anything behind. Edison stole patent. Oh, Thomas Edison stole people's patents. Yeah. Well, I mean, didn't he screw Tesla over? Isn't that like his villainy, his main source of villainy? I'm gonna go back to Bernard. I'll probably quit pretty soon.
So as soon as Hoagie gets that battery working, we're set.
I'm afraid
Thought he
not.
went to sleep
We
too.
still need a diamond for the main unit. And your friend in the future needs power too, if she's still alive.
Alive?
Get me out of here. I like trees and everything, but this one has got to go.
She's stuck in a tree. So you've got a few obvious goals. I gotta get the gold, I gotta get the vinegar, and I gotta get my friend out the tree.
It's empty.
Because I'm trying to think of this in terms of the goals, because when I play it, I just go, I know what to do. But I'm just trying to think, how would somebody else play this?
Help wanted. Lab assistant. Hard-working moronic drone needed to assist genius with experiments. High school diploma not required.
So I know you can just put it in there, and then they can come pick it up. But you can also do this.
There's something in the chronogon.
But I forget if they actually teach you that ever, or if it's just in the manual. Because they certainly didn't show me.
It's from George's hardware. George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement.
Now, and some of these are like kind of funny little things. It says George on it. I'm gonna give him the stuff I know he needs right now. Well, and I know you can just do this. It's kind of stupid. But now he's over here. It's really easier to. Some of this is like, a lot of it comes down to like the George says and the lab assistant. You just have to think about the wording of these things, and I think that's not badly designed either. And it's essentially that joke from Monkey Island where you give those guys how to get ahead in something.
So can you give items?
I should plug that into the super battery once I get one made.
The same screen as the chronogen?
No.
Or
No, they just appear there.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes it a lot easier then.
Yeah. But I forget. I mean, it's a main mechanic of the game because you don't want to keep going back there to trade items. But I forget if they make that very clear or if it's just in the manual.
It could be in the manual. Back then, we
Yeah.
had much read in the manual.
I know you can give, but if you're on the screen, they show you it happening.
Actually, you literally did have to read the manual because didn't the copy protection involve
There was copy protection.
picking stuff up?
It's all slimy and
My
sticking
father may or
together.
may not have used a fax machine to make a copy of the manual.
Oh yeah. I know you get the noodles soggy by putting them through the toilet. Beyond that, I don't remember what I'm doing with them, actually.
It's a bottle of correctional fluid.
Use them for eventually.
Oh, really? Oh, I do too, but I think it's long time from now, right?
The Chicago Manual of Thermodynamic Flux Induction Circuit Design. Great stuff.
And you can see what other people think of the book.
The Chicago Manual of Thermodynamic Flux Induction Circuit Design. I bet this would work better than a sleeping pill.
Well, yes. The one thing that is a little funny, I mean, the spaghetti is like one of the only things that reacts to being put in a toilet. You put a book through the toilet, it's fine. It doesn't get wet.
There's no reason why the spaghetti would necessarily get wet.
It wouldn't get like that.
No, at least not immediately.
No. But I guess this is one of those things that's not that hard because you might try giving the noodles anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Although limited to a low-pressure, sub-zero, nitrogen-free environment, the flux induction circuit can still be quite useful.
Yikes, that's boring stuff. I'd yawn, but I'm too jacked on caffeine.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, so much of the dialogue is just them talking about like the thing
World's
that's important to
greatest
do,
mad
which is
scientist.
fine. I mean, the whole game is this. Dr. Ed, Dr. Fred. Wait, Fred? Yeah, Dr. Fred. Fred Edison.
Hey, Dr. Fred.
Hey, Dr. Fred.
We have to do something.
We have to do
What do you suggest, college boy? No diamond for the central unit, no power for the chronojons. A mutant monster of my own creation, roaming the countryside, taking over the world. It's a dark day for mad science.
How about catching Purple Tentacle?
He's long gone, probably taking over the world as we speak. Soon we'll all be speaking, well, English, I guess.
That's kind of funny. That's probably a joke I didn't get at all as a kid. I'm like, there's so many jokes I didn't.
Why can't we just fix the time machine?
It needs a whole new diamond. Now, where am I going to get the money?
Bake sale?
Do you realize how much a diamond costs?
2 months of the groom's salary?
That's
$2 million!
So, you've got money, don't you?
Well, I didn't get all the money I expected from that TV show about us.
That's a
We had
reference
to
no one
rent
will
out
ever
our
know
mansion
anymore.
as a hotel
For sure.
just to make ends meet. If only I had signed that contract in time.
We didn't get as much money for that TV show about us because there was an actual Maniac Mansion TV show.
Oh.
And it was sort of weirdly an extension of the Canadian comedy show SCTV. It was kind of an excuse for that guy, the guy who played the dad on Freaks and Geeks. It was sort of an excuse for him to get his friends together to do more silly, like, weird sitcom-y stuff, but it was called Maniac Mansion, and they were scientists, and they were called the Edisons, but it had nothing to do with the games, really, clearly beyond that.
I was going to say, I mean, I guess you'd have Rick Moranis obviously play Bernard.
No, you would not.
Why not?
Because he was too famous for it.
Really?
What TV show about you?
Oh, you're right.
Well,
Wait.
after that
He was on
incident when I was
SCTV.
possessed
Right.
by
I
a
don't think he
meteor
was-
from outer
there was
space,
no Bernard.
somebody decided to make a show about us.
It was just
but
a
they
family.
didn't pay us anything. All we got was a cut of the video game.
Pretty meta.
Wow, that thing made millions.
Yes. I forgot to sign the royalty contract in time, though.
Maniac Mansion
I
didn't make-
still
did it make
have it in my
millions?
safe upstairs.
Certainly not millions.
Well, we can always look that up.
Let's go get the contract out of the safe and sign it.
I'll make myself.
I forgot the combination.
But that's so stupid, Dr. Fred.
I know. It gives my enormous brain nightmares. Every night I dream
no
about
music
opening
in
the
this part,
safe,
which is a
but
little
I find something horrible inside and slam it shut. Over and over again, night after night.
Is that why you drink so much coffee?
I haven't slept in 2 years.
You're going to get really chafed hands doing that.
Sorry, coffee jitters.
Maybe you should switch to decaf.
No, then I'd fall asleep and the dreams would come.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you get a lot of the solutions out of dialogue. I will say that. But they're all here most of the time.
How's the mad scientist biz?
Not
Speaking
too
of, yes.
lucrative lately.
6.8.
We're living mostly on the income from renting out our
What, the show?
mansion. That
Oh, but
and
he said
Edna's
millions
tips
from the
from
game,
her
so-
exotic dancing.
Oh, so wait, the game.
Well,
We have to
I
do
just listened
something.
to a podcast
Yes,
with
we
Ron
have
Gilbert.
to get a new diamond.
Yeah, made Maniac Mansion, right? I think he did. Yeah, he must have, right?
Martin Short was on it.
What if we unpollute the river?
I could just shut
Ron
off
Gilbert
my
was saying,
sludge-o-matic
like,
machine, but it's
you know,
too
even the
late.
original McAllen didn't make
You
loads
have a
of
machine
money.
whose sole
It got
function
reviewed
is
basically
producing
well.
toxic waste.
But like in
You
general,
can't
they were
have
always
a
just like,
high-tech
Sierra's doing
laboratory
better
like
than us,
this
and we don't
and
get
not
why.
spew poisonous
And it
filth.
kind of pissed them
All
off.
the other mad scientists would laugh.
Isn't there anything we can do?
Video games back then.
Go
Right,
diamond
they weren't making
shopping.
millions even back then.
Call
right?
me when you get a diamond.
So I gotta get diamonds. I gotta get.
The show thematically shares little in common with its source material.
Yup. That's a biggin. I need a crowbar. Boom, 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 boom.
The safe is closed. I don't know the combination.
Neither does Dr. Fred.
So apparently the TV show, it was generally had positive reviews from professional critics, but gamers hated it.
Well, right.
Gee, Dr. Fred doesn't have a penny.
Sometimes when you look at stuff, they just
Gee,
grab
Dr.
it,
Fred
which
doesn't
is
have a
fine.
penny.
Oh, speaking. Oh, go to sleep. I see. Well,
I don't have anyone to call.
I wanted to do. Oh, I know one thing I can do. I guess I could do it and then go to sleep. Or then quit, rather. Which eventually will lead to sleep.
It's
Yeah.
pretty darn cold.
It's bizarre when you've played a game this much and then you just go to a place and you go, I know what goes
It's
in there.
pretty darn cold.
Like looking at this,
It's
I know
pretty
it.
darn cold.
Oh, I'll point out this one puzzle because this is one of the puzzles I think people tend to cite as unfair. And I guess it is a little bit. It's not terrible, but it's not great. It's just based on, because it is kind of based on a more real world logic than the rest of the game. It's just, where do people put their keys? Sometimes on their door. Unless you're running around opening and closing all the doors. You might not find that. That's one that always sticks in my mind as not being that good. But, yeah. I know there's more to do in there. I'm just kind of trying to...
There's a whole lot of keys
oh, yeah,
on
this
here.
totally uses that... Was the iMuse system?
Which?
The thing where it fades in and out of different sections, the music, like when you go from section to section.
You're gonna ask the wrong
I
person.
think it's called iMuse.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
That buzzing
I wanted-
fluorescent light
oh.
makes the beef jerky
Well,
look
I have the
as-
keys.
There's a whole
and I
lot of
talked to that
keys
dude
on
before,
here.
So this is a very easy puzzle. I'm gonna give this guy the... Well, I don't
Oh,
know.
so was Maniac Mansion the first Scum game?
Yeah.
That buzzing fluorescent
Scum
light makes
stands
the
for
beef
script
jerky look
utility,
especially attractive.
Scripting. I don't remember if there's a C or if that's just part of scripting utility for Maniac Mansion.
Except for those beef squigglies, I got everything I want out of there.
He says I got... Oh, that's a
that
fuck up.
buzzing fluorescent light makes the beef
says I
jerky
got
look
everything I want out of
especially...
there,
Except
so
for
you
those
already
beef
got-
squigglies, I got everything I want out of there. That buzzing fluorescent light makes the beef jerky look especially attractive.
Except... I'll just do this puzzle and then I'm gonna quit. There's a... Well, you know, this is my one issue with this game that might be a bit of a thing. You can look at his bird bath, can't you?
I guess not too many birds bathe in the evening.
I think his... I don't remember why his bird bath's
I
there.
think I'll need a little more...
I think it just breaks. I don't know if you didn't have to do anything with it. This guy wants the car keys.
Hi.
Say, I'm kind of busy.
I think you can, yeah.
Here, perhaps these are your keys.
Where? Gimme. Hey, thanks, pal. Keep the crowbar.
Fluid animation.
Thank you, Masked Man.
So
what sort of person would carry around this many keys?
Then you get the crowbar.
Neat.
Do it.
Maybe this one.
It didn't work for the other guy. Why should it work for me?
That's a good point.
Drat.
Oh, I forgot you don't have to actually click use. That's silly. And I think what if you walk, then he's just gone.
It's empty.
The only thing I'll say about the crowbar, like my issue with crowbars, as I think I've said many times in adventure games, many times everyone, to myself alone, if you have a crowbar, my first thought is, why doesn't this fix everything? Crowbars should be able to do just about everything. And I guess to this game's credit, it does do a lot. You can't pick up this gum. So,
It's stuck
why
to
not
the
a
floor.
crowbar? Sure. It is one of these things where it's like, well, maybe I'll try it out, you know? It's a big leveragey thingy, right? So, oh, he just said something about leverage for the bird bath. I don't think this is what you do, but let's try it, because I have no idea.
I'm not so sure that's a good
Alright,
idea.
Fine. But I don't, you can't pick it up. I don't know why you don't. Why can't you kill? I don't want to go in there yet. I'll do that later. So then, I mean, this is the only thing. There's nothing about this that makes you think. I don't think there's anything clearly that says I should bash this
That
in.
buzzing fluorescent
But-
light makes the beef jerky look especially attractive. It won't budge.
The only thing about it is that makes it kind of okay is that it's just you going, you know, I think many people will just try brute force. And it doesn't usually work in adventure games. So when you just try it, because you go, maybe I can just beat the shit out of this. And it works. That's actually really rewarding and funny when brute force works in a game. So I don't hate that too much, but it doesn't really have a hint to it.
I figure this is about $876,600 worth of quarters. 1968? 1974?
That's one of the things I love in Full Throttle too, is the fact that many of your puzzle solutions actually are
Ooh,
kick something,
1977.
grab someone's on face. Yes.
But, I was gonna say, so why not the hammer though? Oh wait, he's got the hammer.
I figure
He's
this
got
is
the
about
hammer, but he could have sent it to me.
$876,600 worth of quarters.
That's a good point.
I don't want
I mean,
it.
he doesn't care anymore.
I'd rather not.
He probably would have just said that. That's kind of bullshit, isn't it?
I'll use the Chronojon.
I'll use the Chronojon. Yeah, there's some flaws. There's some flaws. But, in the grand scheme of adventure gaming, you know, the other only good adventure game I think there is, and I like the Monkey Island games, I do, but more for tone and stuff. And yeah, I like the music and so forth, and the environments, but I think really Curse of Monkey Island, which is not a real Monkey Island game, if you're a nerd. Curse of Monkey Island, I think, is the other really well-designed adventure game. And I genuinely kind of think there are two extraordinarily well-designed adventure games in the in existence. And it's this one and Curse of Monkey Island. So, I don't know. It's possible Curse of Monkey Island's better. It did come later. I haven't tried it in a long time. It's very beautiful, that game. This one's not as pretty, but it's obviously got its uniqueness to it. So I think I'm going to quit for now. Overall, didn't accomplish that much, but I guess we did, because we talked to so many people. And talking is such a massive part of the game, so.
Massive.
Oh, there's autosaves. Huh, right there.
Really, there is?
Well, this is Scum doing it. I'm going to claim I beat the game. It's not true, though, guys.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Alright. Well, I think I'll be back tomorrow, nobody. But somebody might be here. I'll be back around 8:30 to beat the game. I won't beat the game.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. It's actually going to take me a moment to actually close this all down. This doesn't quit automatically.
Shut it all down. Shut it all down.